I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in and week out to wake up the God's chosen people, the rest of the Hebrew Israelites, right? We come out here to wake up you so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native and Seminole Indians, man. We come out here to let y'all know that y'all are God's chosen people and you're the greatest people on the face of the planet, right? And that we're supposed to come back to our heritage, man. We're supposed to come back to the knowledge of the Most High God. We're not supposed to just let our Bibles sit on the doggone coffee table and collect dust. We're supposed to bring those things out, read them, and learn from it, and meditate in that thing every day, and allow our wisdom to just flourish, right? We're supposed to live in the spirit and not in the flesh, right? The Lord told us that we are a great people and for us to teach this great book. So that's what we're going to do. Go ahead and bring that out, Ott.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
And Samuel said, have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings?
Have the Lord have great delight in what?
And burnt offerings?
Right. Does the Lord have great delight in burnt offerings? Go ahead.
And sacrifices?
And sacrifices, because we used to have to sacrifice, right? Even if you did not do anything wrong, you had to sacrifice animals, right? Even if you didn't need to repent, you still had to sacrifice animals on the altar. This is what the Lord had us do. It was tradition and heritage for the Israelites. Go ahead.
As in obeying the voice of the Lord, behold, to obey.
To what?
To obey.
To what?
To obey is better than sacrifices.
To obey is better than sacrificing, right? That's why the Lord did away with sacrificing, because he wants us to obey. And what does he want us to obey? His laws, his statutes, and commandments, right?
That's right.
He wants us to obey because it's better than sacrificing. Go ahead.
And to hearken than the fat of ram.
Right. He said that to obey is better than sacrificing. And to listen is better than the sacrifices and the fat of rams, right? We're supposed to come out here and obey the commandments of the Most High God. That's what we're out here for, right? We're out here to teach our people to obey the commandments of the Most High God. That's what we're out here for. We're not out here for anything else but to bring our people back to the fold. Because our people don't know who they are anymore, so therefore we are lost people, right? Sheep know where they live. Oxen know where they live. Chickens know how to get back home. Israel doesn't know who Israel is, right? Let me get the book of Sirach 21 and start from the very top. Hey, brother, you believe in God?
I'm Muslim.
You Muslim? You believe in your God, though, right? There got to be a God? You ain't got time to talk about God? I'm going to let you know, man, that Muslim stuff we got in slavery, man. Right? The Muslims even tell you that we got that in slavery. That if you did not go over to them, they would kill you if you didn't pray to their God, man. Right? And then Quran, what's that mean? It means to recite. What was they reciting? The Bible.
That's right.
And that what we about to do? Recite this Bible. Bring that out,
Huh? Book of Sirach, chapter 21 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
My son, hast thou sinned?
Have thou what?
My son, hast thou sinned?
The Lord's asking a question here. He said, have you sinned? And it's a rhetorical question because he knows all of his people have. He said, my son, hast thou sinned? Go ahead.
Do so no more.
What?
Do so no more.
If you have, don't do it no more. Go ahead.
But ask and pardon for the former sin.
Do what?
Pardon from thy former sin.
Ask for a pardon from thy former sins. Go ahead.
Flee from sin.
Do what?
Flee from sin.
Do what?
Flee from sin.
Get away from sin, man. Go away from these transgressions, man. Get away from being wicked, man. Get away from wanting to pop every female you see. Get away from wanting to smoke cigarettes. Get away from wanting to break the Sabbath day and go out and buy stuff and party on the Lord's holy day, man. Flee from sin. Go ahead.
Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent.
As what?
As from the face of a serpent.
Right, because if you see a big king cobra, you ain't gonna stand there and try to talk to it and go grab it. Flee from it. Flee from sin as it's a big serpent, man. Run from that thing. Go ahead.
For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee.
It will what?
It will bite thee.
It will what?
It will bite thee.
Right, you get too close to a serpent, it's going to attack you. Right? Even a garden snake going to do that just because that's natural instinct. Because he don't know what you going to do, so he will bite you. Right? Ahead.
The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion.
And if a lion come at you with his teeth, what's going to happen? He's shredding you to bits, man. This is what sin will do to us. It will destroy you. Go ahead.
Slaying the souls of men.
Doing what?
Slaying the souls of men.
And that's exactly what will happen if you get bit by a serpent or you get bit by a lion. The same thing that sin does to you. It will slay your soul.
Right.
It will destroy you. It will take away from everything that you need, man. Give me 2nd Esdras 5 and 27, Baba Kishar. 2nd Esdras 5 and 27. The Lord tells you everything. He said flee from sin, right? Because being in sin is like going up against a lion or a poisonous snake. Run from that thing, man. Get away from it. If you see it from afar, duck down and sneak away. Don't go up, oh, hey, look at that kitty cat. And then you dead. Come on, man. Flee from sin. That's the same way that we should think of sin, man. As anything that can kill you, destroy you, that's what sin is, right? It will take you down. It will drown you. Would you go out to the middle of the ocean and tell somebody to drop you off? Nah, because that's how sin is. It's going to overtake you and drown you. Man. Bring that out,
There's a book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5, verse 27.
Bring it out.
And among all the multitude of the people, thou hast gotten thee one people.
One people. Who's that people? It's the Israelites.
That's right.
Among all the nations of the face of the planet, the Lord has one people. Go ahead.
And unto this people, whom the Lord loveth, thou giveth a law.
He gave a what?
A law.
He gave us what?
A law.
He gave us religion.
A law.
He gave us love.
A law.
He gave us a power.
A law.
He gave us a law, man, and our people have gone away from it. The law is our heritage. This is the way we're supposed to carry ourselves. It's the way we're supposed to live. The Lord gave us a law. Salakia. Hey, brother, you believe in God?
Yeah.
You got a minute to talk about it real fast?
I'm on different
You ain't got like a minute for like 1 or 2 scriptures, bro.
Come on, brother. What I mean is, I'm on a different faith.
You on a what?
Different faith.
You on a different faith?
Yes, sir.
You a Muslim?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because
We
I was
can't.
born in it.
We can't talk about that. Why not? This ain't politics.
No. What I know is, we all believe in something, right?
Right.
We all don't know where we came from.
What's your nationality?
I'm from Ghana, West Africa.
Okay. And what would your father be?
My
What would
father,
his nationality be?
He's a Ghanaian. He's a Ghanaian.
So was your people ever put in the slave ships
Yeah.
in heritage?
Yeah.
So Muslim ain't for you then. Neither is Christianity.
That's what I'm saying. We all don't know where we came from.
But that's
we don't
why
know where we're going.
we know where we
So
came
I
from,
do
but that's
not-
why we're trying to talk about
Oh
it.
yeah, but that's what I believe. So I do not argue on faith.
Right. So you believe in faith, right? And what are the 2 things that you have to go see God? In order for
They're
God,
good.
you have to have faith
And they're good.
and you have to have works,
Exactly.
right? Faith without works is dead.
Yep.
So you say you got faith, right?
Yep.
So we're trying to give you the works,
Exactly.
right? So if you get the faith and the works, right, then you got a guaranteed shot at going to see the Most High God,
Right.
right? So we trying to give you the works since you already have faith. You got an umbrella for the brother?
Oh, that's
Huh.
all right, but I'm running late.
Oh man, now you're running late. At first it was that you had a
No,
different
I-
faith. Now you're running late.
I was just trying to tell you that.
I'm just trying to let you know. Look, you one of God's chosen
I
people.
was just trying to tell you that I wasn't ignoring you.
Right,
That's
I
what
understand. I know, but I'm trying to let you know you're one of the greatest people on the face of the planet, right? You got to come back to your heritage and your commandments and keep those. And that Muslim stuff is not for you because you're above that God, right? Because you're greater than He is, right?
Thanks, bro.
Right? Because we have the Most High God and not just one petty God, right?
Yeah.
You're greater than that God, right?
Yep.
Come back to your law, statutes, and commandments, brother.
Man.
All right, man?
Thank you, bro.
You're one of the greatest people on the face of the planet, man. I gotta let my people know that, yo, we ain't, if it's another religion that you under, or any religion that you under, you greater than that religion, man.
Ah.
You're greater than the God in that religion, man.
That's right.
You way better than that. Go ahead, bring that out.
There's a book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5 and verse 27. And among all the multitude of the people, thou hast begotten thee one
The
people.
Lord got one people, right? But He didn't teach us Christianity. He didn't teach us how to be Muslim. He taught us what? He taught us what? Go ahead.
And unto this people whom thou lovest.
He loves His people. He gave them what?
Thou gavest a law.
He gave us what?
Thou gavest a law.
Right, he didn't give us religion. The Lord gave us a law. He ain't telling us that we Muslim, man. He's not telling us that we Baptist or that we Buddha, man. He's telling us that we have a law and that we're great people. We are Israel.
Right.
Go ahead.
Thou gavest a law that is approved
That
of
is-
all.
That is approved of what?
Of all.
Of all. This law is above everything, man. Right? It's approved of all. Of everything that the Most High God respects, this law is approved of it. Go ahead.
And now, O Lord.
And now what?
And now, O Lord.
Right?
Why hast thou given this one people over unto many?
Right. Why have you taken us, right, that have this law that you love, this people that you love, that has this law, why have you given us over unto many? Why now are we not loved by you and just you? How come we have to be under other people right now? Why? Because we do not listen.
Right.
We did not take that law seriously. We didn't bring that law into our hearts. What did we do? We went away from the law.
Right.
And we became Muslim. We became Christian. Right? We went out there to be a Buddhist. Right? We didn't keep the law. That's why the Lord gave us over to many other people.
That's right.
Scattered us throughout where? The whole entire world. Right? Let me get Sirach 23 and 18, Baba Kasha. Right? The Lord spread us about. And that was a rhetorical question as well. Why have you given us unto many people? Because we didn't listen, man. Because we don't keep the commandments of the Most High God. We'd rather be out here screaming and hollering and show our butts for man to see, right? Instead of doing what the Lord said and keep this law,
That's
right? Bring that out.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 23 and verse 18.
Now,
A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me?
Right. The man says, yo, who sees this? It don't matter what sin I do. Ain't nobody looking at me. I'll do this in the secret of my house. Can't nobody see this. This is why the Lord gave us over to many people.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
I am compassed about with darkness.
I'm what?
I am passed about with darkness.
Right. And that's how our people want to be. Right? The Lord said, let your light shine.
that's right.
This man's telling you, I'm compassed about with darkness, man. He ain't doing thus saith the Lord. Again, this is why the Lord gave us over to many people.
Right.
Hey, brother, you speak English? No? Yes, you do.
No,
Quit
yeah.
playing with me. How'd you understand what I said then? Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 23 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
Verse 18. A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness.
Right.
The walls cover me.
The what?
The walls cover
This
me.
is how our people think, man.
And nobody seeth me.
Right. I'm here. I'm inside this building. Don't nobody see what I'm doing. I can do all sorts of wickedness. This is how our people think, man. The walls cover me and don't nobody see what I'm doing. Go ahead.
What need I to fear?
What should I be scared of, man? God don't know what I'm doing. Don't nobody know what I'm doing. This is how man feels. Go ahead.
The Most High will not remember my sin.
The what?
The Most High will not remember my sin.
And this is how man thinks. The Most High will not remember my sin. He ain't gonna see what I'm doing. He don't know what's going on with me right now. And what they say, the Lord know my heart. This is our people, man. Right? Go ahead.
Such a man only feareth the eyes of men.
Such a man what?
Such a man only feareth the eyes of men.
He only fear man. There people that say, no, I don't believe in God. But they scared of something. These are the people that fear what? The eyes of men, right? They say, God ain't gonna remember my sins. God don't know what I'm doing. He knows my heart, right? Such a man only fears men. Go ahead.
And knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun,
The eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Go ahead.
beholding all the ways of men,
Doing what?
beholding all the ways of men,
God won't remember my sin.
beholding all the ways of men.
Right. The Lord beholds everything that you do. He know everything that you do before you do it. He gonna know after you're doing it and when you're doing it. The Lord is beholding all the ways of men, right?
And concerning the most secret part,
And doing what?
And considering the most secret part.
And he considering the most secret part. So when you in that house and you think that the walls is covering you up and don't nobody see you, the Lord knows exactly what you're doing. He's seeing exactly what you're doing, and he gonna remember exactly what you're doing. This is why we was given over to many people, right? Hey brother, you know who you are according to the Bible? What would you say that your nationality is? It's a good question. What would your answer be? Huh? Well, if I asked you, and I gave you a job application, you came to me for a job, what would you write down? What would you mark? Would you mark black, African American, white, Chinese, Caucasian? Which one would you be? Who would you be, bro? I'm asking you. Because what they call us what? They call us black, right? The world that you live in. Look at your hand and then look at your coat. Which one is black? Which one is black? Your hand or your coat? I'm asking you questions so that we can get to a relative middle, all right? Now, your coat is black, right? Now, if you was to say that you was Chinese, right? You could go back to China, right? If you was to say you was African, you could go back to Africa. If you was Russian, you could get a plane ticket to Russia. Can you get a plane ticket to black? No, because that's not a nationality. That's a color in the crayon book. Right? That's a color that you get out of the box and you color it up, right? That's black, right? You was a derivative of brown, bro. Right? You a brown colored man, right? And there's other people that are on the face of the planet that are also brown men.
Right.
But all skin folk ain't kin folk.
That's
right? Because we had people that was our color, that looked like us, that took us and put us in slavery, man. Is that not true? Right? And then they put their name on us, calling us African. And then brought us to where they wanted us to be, and then put that name on us too, and then American. So thus, we became African and American. Right? Named after two white men. Leo Scipio Africanus, Africa, and Americanus Vespucci, America. Right? But could all this beautiful melanin come from two white dudes? No! You ain't gonna have no white man make beautiful colored children. But you could have a beautiful colored man make white children and beautiful colored children. Is that not true? I mean, because that's where they came from in the first place. Then we sent them off to Georgia, Russia, to the Caucasus Mountains, thus Caucasian. That's how they get their name, man. That's why I asked you, what's your nationality, right? Because I'm trying to get to an even medium, because you might not know, and you don't. That's why you said, I'm black. You know what the Lord called you? What your Creator called you. He called you an Israelite. That's your nationality.
That's right.
Israelite, right? You know what's going on right now today over in Israel? They're getting bombed, blown up, having war with everybody around them. That's not their land. The Lord said whenever the Israelites actually get back to Israel, there won't be no war. Why is there war? The Lord said when he sends his son back, that there won't be, that we won't even be in that land. How are there people in Israel right now then if they're the chosen people, right? Because they're not. You're God's chosen people.
That's
right. And you being a so-called African American, a so-called black man, you would be from the tribe of Judah. Right? You would be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Right? Now, a great, great, great man, greatest man ever walked upon the face of the earth, right? He's from the tribe of Judah. You know who that is? I can't hear you. You can't pull that mask down so I can hear you, bro? You get closer. I said, who am I referring to? Let's get Hebrews chapter 7:14, right? Right? Because he's the greatest man to ever walk the face of the planet, right? What? Now, if I was to ask you, what color is Jesus? What they give you?
I got my own POV.
But the picture that they give us, what color is it? My man, exactly.
That's right.
Come on, with the hair and wool, exactly, Doc. Go ahead, hold up, King. We bringing this out to our people, man. Listen to this one.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14.
No.
For it is evident.
It is what?
For it is evident.
Now, if we go to court, what they use against us, Doc?
Huh?
If we go to court, what they use against us?
They use God against us.
No, what they use against us to say, oh man, we got you. They use evidence,
Evidence.
right? Now listen to this scripture.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 7 verse 14. For it is evident.
It is what?
It is evident.
Meaning that we got this for a fact, right? That what?
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Right. So if Christ is bronze and he comes from the tribe of Judah and he's an Israelite, what do the rest of his people look like? All the rest of them white? No! They would have to be brown, melanated skinned people too, right?
They look like Persians.
They would look like us. Right? Who got hair and wool? Do the people in Israel today have hair and wool? Or do we have hair? We got the hair and wool, right? Let me get Revelations 1 and 14. Right? So we can get this clear.
I needed
Hey,
this.
brother.
I needed this right now.
All
You hear me?
praises.
You hear me? And
All
what y'all were
praises.
talking about, I was just talking about this, so I want to hear something.
All praise.
I want to hear something.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right, like we said, we got the woolly hair, right? White means wisdom. That's why his hair was all white. His hair, his beard, his whole head, right? All white. Go ahead.
That's white as snow.
Right.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his what?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes was a flame of fire. His eyes wasn't literally on fire, right? His two favorite,
They were so intense.
his two favorite drinks while he was on earth, one of them was wine
Water.
and one of them was milk,
I
right?
ain't know that.
Right. So see, man, put you on.
See, I knew the wine. I knew the
Right.
wine.
So that's why his eyes were like a flame because of the red, right? We drink wine, our whites go red. You know what I mean? That's the flame part. Go ahead.
And his feet.
And his what?
And his feet.
Now, if you take your shoe off and you take off your sock, your foot the same color as the rest of your body, right? So John the Revelator is looking down at Christ's feet because Christ is so great, so he only looking at his feet, man. And he's seeing his feet color. And what color are they?
And his feet like unto fine
What
brass.
color is brass?
Brass? It's the color of brown.
It's a brown color. It's a derivative of brown, right? So Christ,
Brass is actually a darker skin. So
exactly. How
so
dark?
So you wouldn't
As
even be light
if
skinned.
they burnt and they
Yeah.
furnace.
As what?
As if they
You
burnt
like brown
and they
skin.
furnace.
So if I take some toast and I stick it in the toaster and I leave it in there too long, what color is it coming? It's gonna be black, brother. It's gonna be a dark color, right? That's what color Christ was. Now, whenever we go to these churches around here, what color they show us?
White.
A white dude with like doggy string hair with blue eyes.
Because when that happened, when the Spaniards came over and they was
And they conquered us.
And then when England came over and conquered, and they could put these stamps on these slaves.
And then what?
And brainwash
That's
them and
how
tell
they
them
keep-
there's this white God.
That's how they keep what?
That's how they keep that
Power.
That's how they keep that
That's how
power
they
on
keep
you and that
power
shackle
over
on
you.
your ankle.
Right, and you ain't even gotta physically have one, but that's how they keep it on your brain mentally.
Everything
That's how they
moving
keep
around,
you
everything.
locked up, right? Because we did not follow what the Lord told us to follow.
Right.
He said, if you love me, you gotta keep something, right? Let me get 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. Baba Gasha. The Lord told us, if you love me, right, then this is my love, right? He said, if you love me, this is the love, right?
Teach,
Go ahead, bring that out.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
What is the love of God?
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
That what?
That we keep his commandments.
If I give him hugs.
That we keep his
If I
commandments.
give him gifts.
And we keep his commandments.
Go ahead.
And his commandments
About
are not grievous.
Right. The love of God is not a hug.
Alright,
It's
right.
not flowers. It's not a gift. It's the commandments that he gave to us. If we keep the commandments of God, then we show that we love God. Right? That's how you show that you love the Most High God. If you keep his commandments. But we as a people, We didn't keep the Lord's commandments. So he had to put us on punishment, right? Because he is our what? Our Father.
That's right.
And if you're a good father, when your child goes and does something wrong, you're going to chastise them. You're going to punish your child, right? I always say this. I give an analogy, man. There's two sides to a coin, right? The Lord gave us a coin, and he said, choose the right side, right?
Like yin and yang.
Right, but not like yin and yang. Nothing like yin and yang, because that's just evil on top of evil. Right? Nothing like yin and yang.
It's like if you actually have the.
It's supposed to be there light and they dark.
If you have it to knock it down.
Right, it's supposed to be there.
Yin and yang really comes from
It's
Adam
supposed
and
to be
Eve, before Adam and Eve with
light
Lilith
and dark,
Adam.
right?
That's what it comes
It's
from.
supposed to be light and dark or whatever.
But that's where
everything comes from us, the Israelites, right? There would be no street lights, no cars, no microphone, no camera, if it wasn't for us. Everything comes from us.
But you gotta think yin
They
and yang.
just stole all of our ideas.
Yin and yang came from the religious side.
It came from, there is no religion.
The religious side.
There ain't no religion
And
though.
everything.
Religion is what broke us down, right?
Religion is just one thing for to keep
us mentally enslaved.
To keep structure.
It's to keep us mentally enslaved. But let's get back. Look, brother, let's get back on topic. Those religions don't help us. What is Jehovah's Wickedness doing? What they helping you with?
I don't know.
What has Christianity helped us with?
Nothing.
Exactly.
You know what Christianity actually?
Because they don't keep the what?
You know what they did? The Christianity, to me, I feel like they just set up the banks and they rob people.
They don't help you at all. You know what they're there for? They're there to lie to you and tell you that your Savior's a white man. If our Savior's a white man and he come back, we all get hung.
Yeah, that goes back to the Knights Templar.
We all get hung.
Remember, that goes back to the Knights Templar when they would tell the people that they were safe and they would help them for free.
We're not saved.
And they would help them save.
28 and verse 1.
And the whole time they started the banks and they tell them about their people is safe, but the whole time they robbing them out their money.
And then they use those words for what? They use those words because they're curses, right? Because what's a bank? It's in the river. It's a river bank, right? And then they use a current. Right? There's a current in the water. It's a currency that they use, right?
And then
you come off of a ship, right? So when you come off of a ship, you're a product that comes off of the ship. This is how they use us, brother. But that's why we have to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Bring that out.
Because the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently.
What does hearken mean? It means to listen. If we will listen diligently, meaning that we go listen wholeheartedly, go ahead.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Which our people never did. We never listened to our God. We always listened to everything else. We listen to religion. We listen to music. We listen to other people. We never listen to our God. Right. This is a bad thing for us not. Right, go ahead.
To observe and to do all his commandments.
What we got to do?
To do all his commandments.
What we got to do?
To do all his commandments.
Right.
Which I commanded thee this day.
Right, meaning from now on, now that you're hearing this thing, he commands you from this day, go ahead.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
Now, as a people, are the so-called blacks and Hispanics on high? We're on low, ain't we? Because the Lord said, if you would listen to me, you would be set on high, right? Now give me 15.
But what about, look.
Hold on, wait.
I'll say one thing real quick. That's why when he said that to the Jews and his people, and
you are the Jew.
Listen, and he said that to Moses, right? And he let his people out of that, right? Even though people don't talk about the Jews and how they was enslaved and how they was killed because they was trying to find Moses and they would kill him on the minute, on the hour, every hour they didn't find him, right? Until they didn't find that man, right? And he led his people to safety, and you see all them now. They're all doing so well in this world.
Who?
And the people.
What people are doing well?
I feel it's the
people that Moses
the people that he freed in them groups, and then they left that legacy on, and they lived the way that he wanted.
So
to
they're
live,
doing well.
And his people, I feel like they're doing well.
So you're talking about the Jewish?
I'm talking about his that expanded out.
Whose people? Moses' people?
Yeah, Moses' people.
You one of Moses' people.
That's right.
And you're not doing well. I'm one of
I'm doing
Moses'
well.
people,
You heard me?
and I'm not doing well.
Really well. I'm doing well.
What you waiting on right now?
Me? I'm 23. I'm a small business.
I understand, but what you waiting on right now?
I'm
What's
a
coming to
religious
pick
man.
you up?
God. That's why God brought me.
Brother, listen. What's coming to pick you up right now?
Pick me up?
How you getting home? Where you
How am I
going
getting
to
home?
next? You gonna catch the
How I
bus?
getting How am I getting home?
Are you gonna catch the bus?
Rental.
Are you gonna get?
Rental. Uber.
So you got an Uber rental or
Yeah, my
something?
man will be
Right.
rental,
Okay, but
Uber.
most of our people was catching this.
Yeah, I catch
So
that.
we're not doing well.
I catch the bus too with them.
But I'm letting you know, we're not doing well.
Right.
You might be, right? One or two other people, rich people. As a whole, the Israelites are not doing well. The people that came from Egypt are not doing well.
That's why I do for my community. That's why I be in bread at.
I understand, but that's why you got to listen to this word.
That's
You
right.
got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you can listen more than you talk. Get this word while you
That's
can,
right.
brother. Listen to this.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Now, the first one we heard was 28:1. The Lord said, if you listen to these commandments, I'm going to put you on high. So this is the flip side of that coin that I'm talking about. Now listen.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken.
So if you want what? What does hearken mean?
Listen.
That's right. If you won't listen, go
But it
ahead.
shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
all these curses,
All these what?
all these
Is a
curses,
curse a good thing or a bad thing? Because the first one was, if you listen, you're going to get blessings.
right,
If you don't listen, you're going to get curses.
right,
Blessings is a good thing. Curses is
That's what happened to
it's the
Cain.
exact opposite of a blessing.
What happened to Cain?
What's the exact opposite of a blessing?
Curse.
And a curse is a bad thing,
that's right,
right? A blessing is a good thing. A curse is a bad thing.
That's right.
Go ahead.
all
I
these
gotta go,
curses
bro.
shall come upon thee
I wanna
and
get-
shall overtake
You
thee.
know, I can go be inside, you know, whatever.
We be out here, Lord willing, every Saturday.
Every Saturday?
From about 2 o'clock till whenever. All right?
Well, I'm making priority come to DC.
Come out here and get this medicine, man.
At least twice a
Right?
month, I'm gonna try to see y'all.
Because if we sick, we go to the pharmacy and we pick up our pills. We sick as a people.
That's right.
That's why we need this medicine.
That's right.
We need this spiritual
We need
food
our
right
people.
here. We need our people to wake up our people so that our people can wake up our people and we can get back home.
That's right.
We need to be back on top where we're supposed to be getting those blessings.
That's
We don't need to be out here just getting cursed all the time and every other nation is out here above us and they doing better than we are, right? The Lord said, come back to your law, statutes, and commandments and I will bless you, right? That's what the Lord told us. I will bless you. Let me get Ephesians 6 and 10, Baba Shall we keep this thing moving? Hey, brother, you picking up off of this, right? Everything that get put down, pick it up. Take it and put it in your pocket, man. Even if you don't look at it right now, take it with you and look at it later, brother. Right? These are jewels being dropped, man. If it was $100 bills on the ground, you'd be picking up every one of them, wouldn't you? This is worth way more than any of that doggone money, brother. Right? You got a question? Come on. But pick this money up, man. Right? If you sick, you're going to go get your medicine. We sick.
Right.
Right? The Lord said the whole head is sick.
That's right.
Israel is a sick nation right now. We need to revive, right? And we can't do it one person at a time and say, I'm better or I got this right now. I have a business. Nah, we all need to have a business.
Right.
We all need to be together. We all need to have new shoes, right?
Right.
Bring that out.
This
Doc.
book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 10. Finally, my brother, be strong
Be
in the
what?
Lord. Be strong in the Lord.
Be what?
Be strong in the Lord. And in the power of his might.
That's right.
Put on the whole armor of God.
Do what?
Put on the whole armor of God.
Put on the whole armor of God, right? If you go into war, you're going to put on the armor first, right? We at war every day you wake up and you leave out your house. Even if you just wake up and you in your house, you might be going to war with your mom, your old lady, your children. Put on the whole armor of God. Go ahead.
Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
That you may be what?
Be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Right, man. You may be able to stand against the wiles of the deceiver, man, because that's what the word devil means. It means to deceive, right? The doggone liar been out here from the beginning, man. And he lies to you because he's the father of lies, right? Put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, man. Give me 1 Peter 5 and 8, Baba Kasha, right? The Lord said, put on that whole armor of God so that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, right? You got to put that armor on, because if you ain't got the armor of God, that devil is going to devour you, right? He going to take you like that lion that he was talking about earlier and just eat you up. You're going to become nothingness, right? Bring that out.
Because the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8.
Bring it up.
Be sober.
Be what?
Be sober.
Be what?
Be sober.
Right, don't come out here all drunk, high, not knowing what's going on. You all peeled up, talking about I'm on 3 Perkies. The Lord said be sober. Go ahead.
Be sober. Be vigilant.
Be what?
Be vigilant.
Be vigilant, man. Be ready. You know what I mean? Be circumspect. Make sure you understand what the hell is going on. Be vigilant. Go ahead.
Be sober. Be vigilant. Because your adversary, the devil, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking who he may devour.
He's seeking who he may devour. This is why the Lord told you in Ephesians, put on the whole armor of God, man. You have to put on the whole armor of God because your adversary, the devil, is walking around like a roaring lion to devour you, man. Right? He come out here to destroy you.
Right.
Let me get 1 Esdras chapter 9 and verse 8, Baba Kasha. Right? So the Lord said, make sure you get your armor on, man. If you're going to war, you ain't going to go out there without your doggone breastplate on, is you? You going out there without your bulletproof vest? You just going to go out there naked? Talk about, yeah, I'm good. I take care of this. It's all right. It's all right. I can handle this. No, you ain't gonna do that. You gonna put on this whole armor. So put on your whole armor of God, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Esdras chapter 9 and verse 8. And now, by confessing, give glory unto the Lord.
Do what?
Give glory unto the Lord, God of our Father.
Of who?
Of our Father.
Right, these are possessive pronouns, man. Possessive adjectives, man. Right? The Lord said, give glory unto the Lord of our fathers. Go ahead.
And do his will.
And do what?
And do his will.
And do what?
And do his will.
Right?
And separate yourselves.
And do what?
And separate yourselves from the heathen of the land.
That's right.
And from the strange woman.
And from what?
And from the strange woman. Then cried the whole multitude and said with a loud voice, like as thou hast spoken, so will we do.
So will we what?
So will we do.
Exactly, man. Just like they said to Joshua. Just like they said to Moses. As you have spoken it, so will we do. The Lord said, separate yourself.
That's right.
From the heathen and from the strange woman. Hey, brother, what's your nationality, bro? What would your race be?
I'm African-American.
African-American. Would that be as your father as well? What would your father's race be?
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican, right? Okay, all praises to the Most High. Now you know that whatever your father is what his child is, whether it be male or female. Because
my father wasn't there. I'm with my mother.
I understand that, but my mother raised me. My father was never there. But I'm still what my father was. Because if you got an apple seed, right, and you take that apple seed and you grow it in the ground, what's it going to grow? Is it going to grow oranges or grapes? Or is it going to grow apples?
It'll grow apples.
It's going to grow apples, right?
But if it's not nurtured, it's not going to grow at all.
If it's not nurtured, so if nobody takes care of it, is what you're saying, it ain't going to grow.
Nobody takes care of it. It's not
Right,
gonna grow at
but
all.
your mom